The year 1396 is remembered as a turning point in the history of the clash of civilizations in the late medieval era. At the Battle of Nicopolis, the Ottoman Empire, then at the height of its power, was pitted against the united might of the European Crusaders. For the balance of power in Europe and the Islamic world, the conflict had significant ramifications. This video attempts to explore the Ottomans' tactical acumen and military strength, tracing the events that led to their victory over the last crusade and looking at its long-lasting effects on the region. The context: Europe's last stand. The Battle of Nicopolis served as a turning point in the turbulent conflict between Christianity and Islam in the late 14th century. Under Sultan Bayezid I, the Ottoman Empire's authority grew significantly, posing a serious threat to Europe that led to the continent's last valiant attempt to halt its growth. A coalition of European countries and the Papal States, known as the Nicopolis Crusade or the Last Crusade, was motivated by a potent combination of religious fervor and territorial ambitions. The Crusaders banded together under the direction of Sigismund of Hungary, who was also the Holy Roman Emperor, with the common goal of containing the Ottoman threat. This powerful alliance wanted to destroy the Ottoman Empire and defend Christian countries. The Crusaders, however, encountered significant challenges. The Byzantine Empire was unable to offer crucial assistance because of internal turmoil, which had already made it weaker. The varied European troops' collaboration and unity had to be maintained, and this proved to be a Herculean undertaking because of rivalries and competing goals. Sultan Bayezid I, often known as Yildirim, the Thunderbolt, was an ambitious and forward-thinking leader of the Ottoman Empire. After a string of military victories that successfully increased Ottoman territory, he was keen to solidify his rule and further extend it into Europe. The focal point of this historic conflict was the Battle of Nicopolis, which took place on September 25, 1396, close to the citadel of Nicopolis in present-day Bulgaria. Bayezid commanded his Ottoman forces, which numbered around 30,000 warriors, as they approached the Crusader army, which had gathered and numbered about 60,000 men. The stage was set for a decisive conflict that would decide the future of both the Christian world and the Islamic world. The final battle between Europe and the powerful Ottoman Empire had begun. The rise of the Ottoman Empire. One of history's most significant and strong empires, the Ottoman Empire began as a modest Anatolian beylik in the latter half of the 13th century. The Ottomans, who were founded by the dynamic and forward-thinking Osman I, set out on a path that would ultimately transform the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East and Europe. The beginning of the empire's rise was distinguished by Osman I's wise leadership. By forming clever partnerships with nearby Turkic tribes and conducting successful military campaigns against the faltering Byzantine Empire, he cleverly increased his domain. The Ottomans' conquest of Bursa in 1326 marked a crucial turning point in their history and made them a formidable force in the region. The empire's succeeding rulers carried on Osman I's legacy-building efforts. His son, Orhan I, built a stable administrative structure and solidified the territorial gains. By exploiting the eroding Byzantine defenses and internal strife among competing powers, the Ottomans moved into the Balkans during Orhan's tenure. The Ottoman dynasty's fourth emperor, Mehmed I, strengthened the foundation of the empire's authority. After the interregnum, he secured the throne by skillfully navigating internal difficulties. During Mehmed I's rule, additional geographical expansion took place, culminating in the conquest of Thessaloniki in 1387. Murad I, the son of Mehmed I, established an extraordinary military force known as the Janissaries, an elite group of Christian slaves who had been converted to Islam and had sworn allegiance to the Sultan. The Janissaries proved to be an impressive military force and were essential to later Ottoman conquests. The greatest expansion of the empire occurred during the rule of Murad I's successor, Bayezid I. Due to Bayezid's military prowess and ambition, large portions of southeastern Europe, the Balkans, and Anatolia were conquered. His achievements earned him the nickname Eildam, or the Thunderbolt, highlighting his standing as a fearsome warrior. Bayezid's military innovations. The Ottoman Sultan Bayezid I, often known as Eildam, the Thunderbolt, was a military innovator in the latter part of the 14th century. He instituted groundbreaking military reforms because he understood how crucial a strong army was to building and consolidating his empire. The creation of the Janissaries was Bayezid's most important invention. These elite infantry corps were made up of Christian slaves who had been forcibly converted to Islam and went through rigorous training to become the Sultan's obedient soldiers. The Janissaries, who showed unmatched discipline and loyalty, eventually became the Ottoman army's core. In addition, Bayezid concentrated on bolstering his cavalry, which was essential to his military battles. He gave his mounted troops better instruction and supplies so they would be more effective in battle. Additionally, he made investments in artillery and naval troops because he understood their strategic value in naval control and siege warfare. The Ottoman Empire would later succeed as a powerful military force in the region because of Bayezid's military advances and strategic foresight. Diplomatic maneuvers. The diplomatic ploys of Bayezid I were crucial in ensuring the Ottoman triumph at the Battle of Nicopolis. The leaders of the Crusaders had varied and frequently competing objectives, and Bayezid skillfully manipulated these differences to weaken their united front. He skillfully manipulated the Crusader alliance by pitting one side against the other. Bayezid obtained information about the Crusaders' plans and intentions by using his network of spies and envoys. He tactically outmaneuvered them by using this intelligence, undermining their attempts to win the support of possible allies. Additionally, Bayezid skillfully stoked rivalries between the European kingdoms by exploiting their disparate religious and cultural practices. He took advantage of the different goals of the Crusader leaders, sowing the seeds of discord that ultimately weakened their unity on the battlefield. Bayezid successfully undermined the Crusaders' determination and unity through diplomatic dexterity, resulting in the Ottoman Empire's victory at Nicopolis. The Battle of Nicopolis unfolds. On the tragic morning of September 25, 1396, the Battle of Nicopolis got underway as the sun rose. The Crusader army moved towards the citadel of Nicopolis, driven by religious fervor and victory fantasies, and prepared to face the powerful Ottoman armies under Sultan Bayezid I. The Crusaders outnumbered the Ottomans by about 60,000 soldiers, but Bayezid's tactical prowess and well-trained warriors posed a serious obstacle. The Ottomans held steady as the Crusaders launched their opening assault, withstanding the barrage of arrows and assaults. Bayezid gave the command for his forces to launch a well-planned counterattack after sensing an opportunity to take advantage of the Crusaders' carelessness. Precision strikes by the Janissaries, supported by expert cavalry and artillery, dispersed the Crusader ranks. The attempt by a band of Hungarian knights to get to Bayezid marked the turning point. The Crusaders' morale was crushed when the Sultan used fast thinking to order his Janissaries to encircle and neutralize the threat. Despite the fact that the Battle of Nicopolis was far from over, the Ottomans' tactical mastery that day signaling the start of a resounding triumph that would cement their authority in the area. Ottoman tactical brilliance. The Ottomans demonstrated tactical mastery at the Battle of Nicopolis, which ultimately resulted in their resounding victory. Sultan Bayezid I cleverly used the Crusaders' overconfidence and willingness to fight as an advantage when he faced a larger and more powerful Crusader force. The skill, which crushed their morale and dashed their prospects of triumph. The Ottomans' confidence was increased, and the Crusaders' faith was further eroded as a result of Bayezid's effective defense against this crucial onslaught. The crucial moment cemented the Ottoman position on the field of battle. Reached Sultan Bayezid I marked the turning point in the Battle of Nicopolis. As soon as Bayezid realized the seriousness of the situation, he ordered his finest Janissaries to surround and engage the Hungarian knights head-on. The Ottoman Empire triumphed resoundingly at the Battle of Nicopolis. The dispersed Crusader army was routed by the strategic and well-organized Ottoman forces, who also captured Sigismund of Hungary and other notable European leaders. The Ottoman victory cemented their rule over the Balkans and improved their image as a powerful military force. However, the Ottoman Empire's overexpansion and internal strife were also sowed by the triumph at Nicopolis. The Ottoman interregnum, a series of civil wars, was caused by power disputes among Bayezid I's sons that were fueled by war loot and growing territorial ambitions. The Ottoman Empire and Europe both experienced significant effects from Nicopolis' aftermath. The conflict significantly diminished European expectations of using the Crusades to curb Ottoman expansion. It also demonstrated the military's flexibility and tactical mastery, enhancing the Ottoman standing as a formidable force in the late medieval era. The Battle of Nicopolis was a turning point in history that represented the Ottoman military's superiority and strategic ingenuity. The last crusade was defeated by Bayezid I, securing the empire's position as the dominant power in the area. The cost of this success, however, was that it led to the empire's overexpansion and internal turmoil. The consequences of Nicopolis echoed through the ages, influencing both the Ottoman Empire and Europe's future. In the end, this historic conflict serves as a sobering reminder of how military ingenuity and tactical brilliance may alter the course of history. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends.